Hello students, welcome to the English class. Students, today let us read the prose My Beginnings written by Kapil Dev. It is an autobiography of Kapil Dev, one of the great cricketer of India. Let us know about the author. Since it is a life story of Kapil Dev himself, it is an autobiography of Kapil Dev. Let us know about him. Kapil Dev Ramlal Nikhanj is the full name of Kapil Dev. He was born on 6th January 1959 in Chandigarh. He was India's greatest all-rounder in the field of cricket. In his captainship, Indian cricket team won the 1983 World Cup. In his autobiography, Straight from the Heart, Kapil narrates his childhood experiences. Let us see how his childhood was and how good and how naughty was he in his childhood days. Looking back at my life, I have come to the conclusion that our beginnings never know our ends, says Kapil. So when he looks back at his life, he have come to the conclusion that when you start, you will never know where it ends up. He says for him, it all started in Chandigarh, a small town in the foothills of the Himalayas. He was born on a cold winter morning. His mother was a very simple woman and she could not read the time, but she knew it was early in the morning where Kapil was born. The date 6th January 1959 was thankfully recorded because a cousin of his was born on the same day, around the same time and with the same name. So he says that he grew up among six other brothers and sisters, all elder than him, except one sister who was a year younger to him. In the second paragraph, Kapil says how his mother used to make fun of his naughtiness. My mother always regales me with tales of my naughty behavior. So his mother always used to make fun of his naughty behavior. She used to say that she could never manage or control him because he was quite very naughty. But I do admit that right from the very beginning, I found it hard to sit still. He was a very active boy. He never used to sit in one place. And he was very curious, and it was his ambition to travel around the world and drive a Mercedes Benz. So he had two things or two dreams in life, that is to travel around the world and to drive a Mercedes Benz. And he says that God has been kind to me and both my wishes have been fulfilled. But at that time, 25 years ago, he felt that those dreams seemed like castles in the air. That means dreams which cannot be achieved or cannot be seen, like imaginary things for him. But later he had achieved everything in life. Third paragraph describes Kapil's naughtiness along with the other friends of his. He says that he spent his childhood like all other children around him, trying to bunk school and save up enough money to go to a new movie or have a plate of chicken chow mein with his friends. And if they were very bored up, they would amuse themselves, they would entertain themselves by breaking the fruit of our neighbor's tree, he says. They used to enter into the neighbor's garden and take away the fruits from the trees. And he remembers that one particular lady who lived down the road from them had a beautiful garden and which she took very great care and pride. She was proud of it. In it, she had papaya and pomegranate trees. Now, after he's grown up, he sympathizes with her, but in those days, most of the time was spent planning how to get into her garden and pick the fruit of the trees. In fact, he remembers one incident one day when they had climbed over the wall and were perched on the tree. Perched is sit like a bird on the tree. And when the lady walked out with some guests, she was entertaining them for tea right under the papaya tree. There were two of them on the tree and two others on the other side of the road. And those who were outside the road, they ran away. And but these two people, Kapil and his friend, had to sit still for nearly 2 hours till that party ended, till the tea party of that lady ended. And that was the day Kapil discovered the rash that papaya sap can cause. What happened after that incident? Let us read on in paragraph 4. Kapil had a hard time explaining it to his mother, but he got even the next day when their neighbor went to Delhi for a couple of days. She had 92 pomegranates on the tree in her garden. She counted them every day because she knew that Kapil and his friends were up to mischief. As soon as her back was turned, Kapil and his friends took down all the 92, ate whatever they could, and distributed the rest. And he remembers that the walloping or the hitting or the beatings what he got from his mother when she was told about it on the neighbor's return. When that lady returned back, she had complained to Kapil's mother about the stealing of the pomegranates, and that day he was hit very badly by his mother. Now that very lady with great pride and affection tells anyone who cares to listen how I had taken 92 pomegranates from her garden and left the seeds behind. Today that lady proudly explains about this incident with many others. Kapil's naughtiness continues and he remembers that in the paragraph 5th, the other really naughty thing I remember doing is riding the police horses that were left in the huge open green areas to graze. So the police horses were left to graze in the open area. A few of his friends and he would go there regularly and try to ride them. They were huge police horses, not used to clumsy children scrambling onto them, but despite innumerable falls and many a fright, Kapil learned to ride and control a horse. So it was not easy because it was huge horses and these tried to climb on them and ride them. In fact, even today, Kapil is quite comfortable on a horse without a saddle, as that was the way he had taught himself to ride. So even today he loves horse riding and he rides a horse without a saddle. Saddle is a thing which is kept on the back of a horse in order to sit and ride that. Even without that he is comfortable today riding a horse, he says. And once they had learned to master the horse, there was one I became particularly attached to, he says. There was one horse with which he was too much attached to. So he and his friends became more courageous and they ventured out of the fenced area with the horses. Now where the horses was left to graze, it was inside one grassy area. But now these once they were thorough with riding the horse, they took away the horse even outside those fenced area, thinking that nobody would notice. And then he decided to take the horse home and house him in our back garden. He says he wanted to keep him in that back garden of his house. And the horse could probably have been tethered there, but he hadn't anticipated the struggle I would have in getting the animal through the tiny 5.5 foot by 2 foot doorway. The space what he was supposed to take in the horse to his backyard was very small, so it was difficult for him to put the horse there. And by then they were caught within a minutes of their arrival to that particular place. The horse, of course, was duly returned back, and the hittings what he received from his father discouraged him from venturing near the grazing fields again. After he got the scoldings and beatings from his father, he never tried to go back to that place and continue with that naughtiness again. Paragraph 6 describes Kapil's love towards playing games and participating in athletics. Kapil says he was never very studious and always preferred to spend his time playing games and participating in athletics where he could use his energy. He was not too much interested towards studies, but playing games was his first preference. And he says he went to a small local school where they had few cricketing facilities. And the games that were offered in that local school were basketball, football, table tennis, and hockey. Probably because all they required was a ball, a couple of sticks, and a net. So that facility was provided in the school. Kapil says he was fairly good at all games, exceptionally good at athletics. But he always dreamed of becoming a football player. He worked hard at that game and was selected to play for his school too. Fortunately, all his friends were interested in and played cricket, and they convinced him to change his game. So all his friends played cricket. He was the one who was interested in playing football. But finally, his friends convinced him to change the game and move on to play cricket. And that is a decision I will always be grateful to them for, as they unconsciously introduced me to the game for which I was made. So this is a sentence spoken by Kapil. He says that he is always grateful to his friends because unknowingly they had introduced him to the game for which he was actually made for today. Paragraph 7 says that how Kapil became a professional cricket player. Now, slowly moving on from football to cricket, he switched off from one game to the other and began to spend a lot of time on the cricket field itself. Naturally, he played in a number of inter-school tournaments and came to be noticed as a promising lad in the local press. So the local newspapers started printing news about him that this boy would one day make a future for the country. Now, but it was all merely fun to start with, but I could never have imagined where cricket would lead me, and I certainly had no plans then of becoming a professional at all. So he says in his words that it all started with the fun, playing with friends just for the sake of the friends. He had joined playing the cricket, and then he could have never imagined where cricket would lead him, he says. And he certainly had no plans at that time that he would become a professional cricket player. So it was all by fun, and then he had joined the cricket team and became a world famous cricket player today.